in our lives, we all come across people who just seem really difficult. And sometimes we can navigate our way through it, and sometimes the echoes of that kind of follow us around. We find it showing up in other relationships, areas we haven't quite resolved in our own past that just keep on happening. And one of the big problems we have, of course, is when we went to school, nobody taught us how to deal with this kind of stuff, to navigate through difficult relationships. So there's a technique called the meta mirror, which we teach, which is a really brilliant way of being able to address how come we keep on almost hearing that, re-experiencing that old slightly broken relationship, and how come it keeps on showing up in different areas of our lives. Haven't quite shaken it off yet, because our past, of course, is important. It often informs our future, but sometimes it pollutes our future. How do we free ourselves of that so we can actually have a different future? So we're not constantly reliving our past. It is possible. So in this particular technique, what we do is we teach people how to step away from their current emotions, which, although they're current, they're very often, as I say, echoes from the past, and be able to get an understanding of the other person's point of view, which is a really important part of resolving conflict. And then the next step is to be able to really step away from either of those perspectives, to really see it in a different light. And by being able to do that, that allows us to process that old relationship and current relationships in a new way, so we can then choose, how do I want to respond to this, rather than how do I feel I'm compelled to respond to it. And this gives us a chance to have a different future. So if that's of interest to you, then again, there's so many things that we cover on this course, the skills that we never got taught in school, I think are so important. If this intrigues you, let me know. We can tell you more about it. See you on the next one.